Hey there, Silver Recaps here. Watch out. This story is set in a futuristic world where science has advanced to the point where human organs can be artificially created. Now, humans can replace their damaged body parts with robotic enhancements, making them stronger than ever before. However, not everyone supports this technological evolution. A secret faction exists, one that believes these enhanced individuals are unnatural and must be eliminated. Meanwhile, we see a man walking into a massive high-security bank. As he passes through the checkpoint, an alarm sounds. Security immediately stops him, scanning his body. Their sensors detect metal inside him. He remains calm and explains, "One of my hands is robotic." The guards escort him to the locker room where his eyes are scanned, unlocking 3 different lockers. Inside them are advanced robotic hand components, each designed for a specific purpose. Without hesitation, he detaches his current hand and equips a more advanced one, a weapon in its own right. With precise movements, he opens another locker and retrieves a rare and valuable diamond. But before he can escape, security intervenes. A brutal fight breaks out. Using his enhanced strength and advanced hand, he outmaneuvers and overpowers the guards, but not without consequence. He sustains severe injuries. Bleeding and exhausted, he stumbles outside, where his brother Hyder is waiting. He quickly hands over the diamond to Hyder. "Take this and get out of here," he urges. "The police will be here any second." Hyder hesitates, concern flashing across his face, but there's no time to argue. He takes the diamond and runs. Just as predicted, police swarm the area. The injured man attempts to escape but is too slow. Gunfire erupts, bullets tear through his body, and he collapses. When authorities scan his body, they uncover his identity. He was once a renowned boxer, a champion in his time, but when bionic fighters emerged, his career was over. Against cybernetically enhanced opponents, he stood no chance. Desperate to reclaim his glory, he took a drastic step, deliberately amputating one of his hands, hoping the government would provide him with a replacement. But they saw through his scheme and denied him the upgrade. Bionics require a specialized neural chip implanted directly into the brain. Without it, cybernetic limbs are useless. Determined, he obtained one illegally. A dying athlete, a pioneer in the cybernetic revolution, gifted him a chip with his last breath. It became his secret weapon in a world dominated by machines. Meanwhile, we are introduced to Maria, a determined young woman with a legacy to uphold. Her mother was a record-breaking long jumper, inspiring Maria to train relentlessly. She set records of her own, proving her natural talent. But the age of bionics changed everything. Cybernetically enhanced athletes dominated the sport. Among them was someone very close, Maria's own sister. As a child, her sister suffered a severe leg disease, leading to an amputation. But with cutting-edge advancements, she received a bionic leg, making her faster, stronger, and nearly unbeatable. She shattered records, becoming a global sensation and proving that technology had forever altered sports. Maria admired her sister but struggled with her place in this new world. She wanted to achieve greatness on her own terms, without enhancements. Elsewhere, Hyder walks into a boxing club looking for a deal. A young man approaches, Maria's brother, a tech genius with deep cybernetics knowledge. Hyder discreetly pulls out the diamond. The tech expert inspects it, his eyes widening. "This is worth at least $5 million, he says, but Hyder shakes his head. "I need $10 million. He doesn't just want money, he wants to build bionics free from corporate control. Maria's brother, intrigued, suggests meeting someone who might help, his sister, Maria. When Hyder meets Maria, he shares his mission, supporting natural athletes in a world obsessed with cybernetic perfection. True human talent is being ignored. Maria opens up about her struggles. "My mother always dreamed I'd be a champion," she says. "But against bionic athletes, it's impossible. They set records no natural human can reach." She remains steadfast. She wants to win as a human. As Maria heads home, she sees digital billboards featuring her sister, now the face of a bionics corporation, encouraging people to embrace enhancements. When she arrives home, she finds a grand celebration honoring her sister's new record-breaking jump. The room is filled with sponsors, reporters, and powerful figures. Maria watches in silence, feeling her years of effort mean nothing in this world of artificial perfection. Frustration boils over. She drinks heavily, then confronts her sister. "You didn't win! The machine won!" she shouts. Her sister, hurt, fires back. "You can't fight progress, Maria. Either adapt or be left behind." Unable to contain her anger, Maria storms out and speeds down the road on her bike. But as she pushes the limits, she loses control. The crash is brutal. When she regains consciousness, her leg is gone. Seeing this, she breaks down. Her family tries to console her, but the reality is overwhelming. Eventually, her sister helps her walk again. Soon, a neural chip is implanted in Maria's head to sync with her new robotic leg. When she returns to training, she surpasses expectations. Hitor is there. He was the one who secured this expensive leg for her. That night, Hitor reveals his plan, robbing a cash transport van to fund their fight against corporate-controlled bionics. Maria agrees. During the heist, she flips the van using her cybernetic leg, but a police officer sees her face. Hitor realizes Maria will be arrested unless they eliminate the witness, so he shoots the officer. Maria is horrified. "You need to get out of this," she tells her brother. But he refuses, believing in Hitor's vision. Meanwhile, a detective investigates. He discovers that Maria's accident wasn't an accident. Someone called the hospital minutes before, predicting it. When Maria's sister hears the recording, she recognizes their mother's favorite song playing in the background. A horrifying realization strikes. Maria orchestrated her own accident to gain a robotic leg. At the Olympic trials, Maria outperforms even bionic athletes. But then, her neural chip begins overheating. Officials intervene, warning her to stop, but she refuses. She takes off for another jump, her final one. Then, at the peak, her chip reaches zero. A catastrophic failure occurs. It detonates. Maria barely survives, but no replacement chip exists. Overwhelmed by guilt, she trains harder, punishing herself. One day, her brother approached her, trying to calm her down. "You need to accept this, Maria. Maybe this was our fate," he told her. He handed her a bottle of water, and as soon as she drank it, she blacked out. When she regained consciousness, she found out that Hitor and his men had kidnapped her sister. They gave Maria an ultimatum. She had to help them, or her sister would suffer. They revealed their plan. The next day, a shipment of 10 highly advanced bionic chips was arriving. Hitor and his team believed they had the right to take them, as these chips were responsible for destroying their careers and lives. Hitor himself had once been a professional boxer, just like his brother. But when the rise of bionic technology took over, natural athletes like them had no place in the competitive world. To fight back, Hitor had gathered a team of former athletes who had suffered the same fate. He has a plan. He wants Maria to make an extreme long jump, covering the 25-meter gap, break through the glass, and land inside the secured building. Maria can't believe what she's hearing. That's impossible. No one's ever done that. Hitor doesn't back down. "If you want to save your sister's life, you have no choice." Maria is trapped. She agrees to do it. To save her, Maria is forced into an impossible jump, 25 meters, far beyond human limits. With no choice, she takes the leap, shattering through the glass of a high-security building and securing the chips. But security footage exposes her. Now, she's a wanted criminal. Maria speeds toward the meeting point, filled with rage. She rams her car into what she believes is Hitor, but it's her brother. He crashes to the ground, badly injured. Before she can react, Hitor captures her. But then, the true mastermind emerges. The world's richest man. This was never about helping athletes. Hitor's real plan was selling the chips to him in exchange for a fortune in Bitcoin. Betrayed, Maria fights back. She takes down Hitor and his men, shattering his spine in a final blow. As chaos erupts, the detective storms in. Maria, refusing to be caught, escapes with her sister into the night. 6 months later, Maria and her sister train young bionic athletes in a small village. To secure funding, they approach the same billionaire. Instead of offering him an army, Maria proposes a deal. "You don't need an army. The 3 of us are enough." A car door opens. Maria's brother steps out, now a full-fledged cyborg, stopping a bullet mid-air. Impressed, the billionaire hires them. Now, under his protection, they are untouchable. And so, Maria, her sister, and her brother carve their own path, shaping the future of bionic sports while securing their own destiny.